Continuing on where we left off from the last upload, I did manage to finish off continuing manuring the 3 beds which are going to house the brassicas for this year. I was quite surprised really how much the soil level was raised by adding that cow manure, and as a result I had to remove about 5 or 6 barrel loads. But all was not lost, because I just moved it next door into that bed there, and that there is going to be the first one of the new onion bed. You've no doubt heard on a number of occasions how I dislike harvesting potatoes. Yesterday a very kind friend and a fellow plot holder kindly offered to help me harvest the Sarpos. Probably a month earlier than I usually do, but I thought I'd take the offer up. Right, they've all been harvested, and this is the bed. And you may remember the way I did it last year. I actually used the mantis to produce a slot, more or less, then planted with a ball planter. Well, this is how easy it was to harvest the potatoes. We actually located them under the ground and then just picked them up. I'll just pop you into the greenhouse and show you the haul of Sarpos that we've harvested. We've got 3 buckets here, and as you can see there's quite a variety in size. There's no scab at all and no slug damage, which is a huge bonus. Mind you, I didn't get any of that last year. There's some monsters here and there, and so there's 2 or 3 showing here. This one looks probably one of the biggest. And what I'll do, I'll pop that on in the kitchen scales and just weigh that out of curiosity and let you know what it is. And a bit later on also, I'll put the 3 buckets on the scales and we'll get a total weight. One of the downsides on this site of preparing the beds early, ready for planting out, is you sometimes get a visit from the local fox, and when he does arrive you certainly know about it. This here is the slug out of one of the carrot boxes. It's one of the first to be harvested, and what I did do, I left it. I didn't cover it or anything, and consequently grass and stuff got involved, and rather than try and weed it now, what I've done, I've took the whole block out. I'll rescue what soil I have and rebuild the box. This is a box that I cleared out, and I've put a good 6-inch, 15 centimetres of the cow manure that I've been collecting recently, and on top of that now I'm just going to top that up with the spent potato compost out of the tubs from last year. That's all nicely topped up now. The carrots will be sown directly into that mix. That's enough. There won't be no nutrients added, and I might just put a cover on just to keep the weeds down until I'm ready for sowing. A bit of a misty start on the plot this morning, but if it's anything like yesterday, we're in for a glorious day. Considering we're at the end of February now, we've escaped light compared to what we did last year. You may recall last year one of our plot holders sadly passed away. Well, his family have been down to visit the plot just before the lease is up. They've retrieved everything, all possessions that they want. And one thing what is left is this huge coal frame. Much too big for my plot, but half of it would be just right, and another plot holder is having the other half. Well, I've managed to reconstruct half of Keith's coal frame. Put the side on, and it's come out quite well actually. I was going to tidy it up and that, but I thought no, I'll leave it the way Keith did. It's a strong thing, so it's going to last a good few years as it is. Ideally, you may remember previously round by the runner bean cage I got an area marked there which was going to be a custom built coal frame. However, since this has come along, there's no need to do the modification there. I was looking for a place to slot this, and then I spotted between the 2 fruit trees. It was there I noticed both of them needed shoring up and staking. They'd started to topple over, so I've done that, and it's ideal size because the frame just measures exactly to go in between the 2. So all I've got to do now, the soil's a bit untidy, there's couch grass, and there was a bit of maize tail, but I've got that out as well. There's bindweed, stuff like that. So I'm in the process of clearing that out at the moment, levelling it off. Then I might put this on a bed of house bricks, or I might go into the soil yet, I don't know. Whatever happens, I'm going to be putting weed suppressant membrane in the bottom and a good layer of gravel, which also came from Keith. With the bed dug out up fairly even, I've just put a layer of weed suppressive membrane fabrics, and I'm about now to put the coal frame into position. Coal frame is in position now. I've put a layer of fabrics weed suppressive membrane on the bottom. All that's left now to get it in working order is put 2 or 3 inch level of gravel on the bottom. By stroke of luck, I've rescued 3 double glaze units which was destined for the local tip, and they couldn't have fitted better. Perfect. I've just got to put a wooden cross member across the middle there so it'll allow the lights to be slid backwards to allow a bit of air in. But apart from that, they're finished. I'm very pleased with the way this has turned out. Not only the fact that the glass was more or less a perfect fit, but it was when I came to look at the options for ventilation that the bonuses really showed. I have also got the option of doing a little prop on the back there. It's just a piece of timber with a bird's mouth cutting which wedges on the back of the frame, and the weight of the glass unit is more than enough to keep that stable in any high winds. So I'll probably make another 2 of those, and so that will give protection if it's raining and still allow ventilation. One more final thing I will be doing probably is making a complete frame to cover the whole area and be covering that with either environment or at least using butterfly netting, so I get full ventilation but to keep the butterflies off the brassicas. On a recent upload that I did to Instagram, I showed a photograph of a couple of Flit Sprayers that I have. Now these are little hand pumps, and it generated quite a bit of interest really. It's something I've been aware of for a good many years. Originally my father had one of these. It was, I remember as a young lad, but these had like a round container which screwed in, and in those days there's all sorts of chemicals about the use for spraying for gardening. But nowadays there's been a slight variation, and this is my original one, which is a good many years old now, stainless steel, but the latest versions which seem to be around are these, which have got like a brass body. And all it is, it's got a screwed adapter on there which fits to a conventional soda pop bottle, and that fits in there and screws on. It's like most things with a hand pump, you have to prime it a couple of times to build it up, but then I'm not sure how well this will pick up on the mist. Is very, very fine, and it works on both the front and back pull. You can adjust the jets by turning individually the nozzle at the front to make the jet go wider or narrower. But the good bonus thing for me is that you can actually turn the jets up or down, so that it sprays up in the air. I'm getting soaked here, or it'll go down, or different angles. With conventional sprays, if you're trying to spray underneath a leaf, you tip the bottle up there, and if you can come towards the end of the liquid, it'll just be pumping air. No need for this. You always keep the bottle upright and just adjust the nozzle, and say you get the fine spray. The other big bonus is that by keeping your liquid feeds in different containers, you can pre-mix it, screw the cap on when you're finished, and then get another type of feed if you want, unscrew the cap, screw back on, then you feed in with a different, whether it's foliar feed or what. Might be a good idea in between changing from one field to the other is to put this in a bottle of clear water just to pump out the previous contents. But that's the what they call Flit Sprayer. Search on the internet for Flit Sprayer. There's lots of places you can buy them from, but also I'll check because they do vary in price quite a lot. But a very, very handy tool, especially for foliar feeding, roses, stuff like that. A great thing. That's the Flit Sprayer. We're approaching the end of the month. Well, today is the actual last day of February, and I still haven't done my February sowing, so I'm lagging behind a little bit. It's been dull and overcast today. We've had a little bit of overnight rain, so today's a perfect day that I can play catch up. So that's me sorted for today. Tomorrow will be March, another new month, and I'll be back soon with a video with even more sowings we can be doing. So until then, see you later. Bye for now.